I'm Hector Espinal, Global Artist for Fenty Beauty, and I'm here today to show you some of my favorite Spring 2019 looks, and I'm going to show you how to create them from runway to reality. So the first look I'm going to create is actually inspired by one of my favorite trends, which is fresh skin. I really got inspired by the Fenty show. So the first step to creating a flawless complexion, priming is key because you really want your makeup to last. So I really want your skin to shine through. So the whole purpose here is to really press in the product as opposed to sweeping. So now I'm gonna dive into Pro Filt'r Foundation. The reason why I'm doing just 2 pumps is because I'm only gonna use it on the center of the face. Less is more, 1, 2. It's all about how you use the sponge and the tools. And it has to be damped.
Has to be damped.
Yeah, because dry is gonna create more coverage.
Fuller coverage.
Yeah. And here what I wanna do is contour and highlight in a very natural, effortless way. You want people to ask you, oh my God, what skincare do you use? If they ask you what foundation you have on, that means you apply too much.
That's right.
If you notice, I'm only doing the T-zone. So underneath the eyes, around the chin area. And what I'm doing here is just creating dimension. With this though, I'm gonna go directly into the skin and then I'm just gonna blur it out with my precision sponge. So I like to start from the tip of the ear to like where the mouth opens. It's your guide of where the contour goes. And oftentimes we do over contour. Like if it becomes too sharp, that's like wearing a silk dress and seeing the girdle. I still like to do a little tiny bit around the eye using my fingers. So I like to take my thumb, warm it up with the same matchstick that I use, and I press my thumb into your crease. We're just enhancing your natural bone structure. So it should look and feel very effortless. Every Fenty face is finished with a little bit of gloss. So I'm gonna use my finger because I wanna press this into the lips. Cool, done, finito. So now that we have completed our no makeup look, I want to show you the opposite spectrum by adding some color into your look. And I got so inspired by the Rodarte fashion show where they used red on the lips and eyes and created a monochromatic look. So here what I did is I created a soft matte base, mattified the center with blotting powder, and now I'm just going to jump into the eyes using my Pro Filt'r Amplifying Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to go directly into the lids. I am going to dip into this beautiful shade, Quicksand. And I'm just gonna create a light wash of color, starting on the center of the lid, working into the inner corners. So I'm gonna add a little bit of sheen on top of that, just to really create some dimension. And I'm just slowly brushing that outward, blending it in into your highlight. So now that I have created this wash of color, I really wanna create some definition. Take the tip of the brush, dip it into saffron, which is this beautiful matte red, and I'm gonna saturate that color just on the root of the lash. So creating more like of an ombre smoke. I'm just gonna slowly add a little more just in the outer corners to give you more like that wing effect. So for the runway look, I noticed they just did like red only on the top, but when you think about the real way, right, you really want to create a balance with any look that you do. So if it looks too heavy on the top, just becomes too dramatic. So I like to balance it out with something more neutral. So I'm going to take a clean brush, dip it just the tip, and I'm just slightly going to go underneath the root of the lash to create some definition and balance. So to complete my look, I'm gonna finish with 2 Mademoiselles. So this is Candy Venom, which you see is a little bit more pink, and then Flamingo Acid has more of that fuchsia. So I'm gonna lightly start with my fingers, just on the apples of the cheek, taking my full body foundation brush, I'm gonna blend that very seamless into the skin, creating like a nice flush. Love using lipsticks on the cheeks. It's one of my favorite things to do because the finish is so beautiful and natural. It's like a natural flush. So to complete my monochromatic look, I am actually going to use Mademoiselle in the shade Madame. So I'm first going to start doing like a nice wash to really saturate that color. So now to create some definition, I'm going to start from the outer corners, working my way into the Cupid's bow. I'm taking the flat side, just saturating. I love the way it looks. So remember, it's just a nice diffusion of color around the lids, and then just defining your look with a nice bold lip that complements your skin tone. And don't be afraid to use colors, just something fun, easy, effortless, and it makes you look very confident and sexy. For our third look in today, I love a Killer Radiance. So the Missoni show, I love how bold and daring they were, by just applying strategically highlighter on the tear duct. So now let's just add some glow. What you think?
Do it, let's
do it. So I'm gonna dip it into Scandal Ice. Then I'm gonna start just at the lower lash line. I'm gonna do that both sides. So here what I'm doing is just literally saturating this product only in the inner corners of the eyes and the tear duct. Open. You really wanna ensure that you can see the beautiful highlight. I'm actually gonna mix some colors in here. So we start from right at the under eye, basically, like in the outer corners, working our way into the cheeks, and then lifting up onto the temple. So it just creates like a beautiful highlight and lifting effect at the same time. Now let's take a little bit on the bridge of your nose. Too much. Go ahead and take the same color, just lightly apply it in your décolleté. I'm gonna take the one and only Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk. So I'm just gonna dab it into the lips. So the whole point of difference here is really the strategic placement on the eyeshadows. Like, I love the fact that it's not like an all over look, like it's just giving you that nice pop. And we have like a beautiful sheen around the cheeks, and then the lip gloss. You're just like dripping in diamonds, honey. Who doesn't like that? Okay, so you girls look so hot.
Thank you.
Tell me how you feel.
I feel how I look. Radiant, glowy.
All
You know what I'm saying?
right.
That's how I feel like today.
I love it.
I feel sexy and confident with this bold eyeshadow.
I'm feeling a little fresh with this everyday makeup, natural beat.
Awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look as much as I did. For more looks like this, don't forget to subscribe to WWD. Let's get it.